What is up, everybody? So in honor of Rick and Morty finally making its return, I want to talk about one of my favorite episodes of this show, the Vat of Acid. Now, I'll be the first to admit, I don't really find this episode the best when it comes to plot, character development, etc, etc. I simply find this one of the funniest episodes. I know that's a bold claim, especially with this show, but I'm willing to stand by it. Usual Rick and Morty episodes will make me laugh throughout, but this one actually had me hysterically crying of laughter. It was so bad I was on the verge of grabbing a goddamn tissue box for a fucking Rick and Morty episode. With that being said, let's get on with the video. The episode starts off with Rick and Morty making a crystal exchange with a bunch of these guys. But things turn south when they get double-crossed, forcing Rick and Morty to jump into a fake vat of acid. The reason why I find this so hilarious is because in the previous scene, Rick explains that there's a possibility that these guys will betray them. And as a precaution for this, he sets up the fake vat of acid before the meetup. But the majority of fans, me included, share the same perspective as Morty.
We jump into the vat of acid and I'll release the bones, they'll float up. What is this face you're making? Aren't you an inventor? Yeah.
Morty brings up a good point. Why wouldn't Rick just make a more efficient countermeasure that would eliminate the threat? You're motherfucking Rick Sanchez. Why not create literally anything else? And to see him go through all these hoops just to try to salvage his plan makes it all the more comical when it fails. After this, they get into an argument about how Rick always blows off Morty's ideas, which then leads Rick to invent one of Morty's pitches, a place-saving device. And you can guess what happens next. Morty goes on this hilarious montage of him using the device for all these different purposes, ranging from super relatable things like having a do-over of what you said to someone you're interested in, or having multiple do-overs on an ice cream sample, to doing completely insane things like driving around like this is GTA and committing suicide by cop. But then something completely unexpected happened. Morty starts dating this girl he bumps into and completely stops using the device altogether. The show writers brilliantly established an interesting character and great chemistry, all without the use of dialogue, only using background music, body language, and cinematography to portray the character to the viewers. This montage reminds me so much of Up. Now, I won't go as far as to say it's as good as Up, but Rick and Morty still did a really good job. So after Morty meets the girl of his dreams, gets into this horrific plane accident, survives, makes a full recovery, everything's on the up and up, what's the worst that can happen? Jerry, you goddamn idiot. That's gotta be one of the best wordless punchlines I've ever seen. Everything that happened in that montage all went to waste with one click of a button from a fucking Jerry. By the way, I usually would have included sound in that clip, but they used music in the background, so I'm not trying to get any more copyright strikes that I'm already gonna get. When it comes to copyright strikes, I'm like a fucking magnet. I just attract that shit no matter what. So after this, Morty goes on a suicide montage where he gets ripped to shreds by gorillas. And what I find so amazing about this is that the animation crew went one step beyond. They could have easily copy and paste the animations of the bystanders over and over and over again, but instead they created 3 separate animations, creating a level of immersion for every do-over for the audience. After this, Morty reaches a conclusion that without consequences, there is no point of life, that people are for who they are because of the mistakes they made. But Rick doesn't let him have this one. He explains that everything he did actually happened, that instead of time travel, he was just putting himself into an equally probable reality before the point of termination. The only problem with that, as Rick explains, is that there's already a Morty in that probable reality, so to solve for that, they have to murder him. This is such a fucked up dark twist that I absolutely love, because now looking back on the montage of him doing stupid dumb relatable things like having a do-over in a video game or trying to catch a cheese ball, we now know he's killing dozens of Mortys. Which leads to my favorite part. The episode ends just how it began.
God damn it.
I don't know which one's more funny, watching Rick try to execute this plan but failing, or watching Morty try to execute this plan and failing. Either way, they're both hilarious. Even the post-credits have a funny joke at the end.
Now you're sure about this?
Eat my
I did not know that ass was on the menu. Looks like I'll be eating ass flambe. Please kill me.
Thank you for watching my video. If you enjoyed, consider making a comment below on what review I should do next. I'll do movies, shows, video games, anime, whatever. But with that being said, thank you for watching again.